This is a toy piano that I got when I was about 6 years old in December of 1990. And actually, Christmas 1990. It still works. I actually did a slight restoration job on it about a year ago. Over the years, it's actually gone from me, then it went to my sister. She played around with it for a couple of years, and then I got it back in about 2004. Neither of us ever learned how to play it properly. We just never had the patience to learn an instrument. So, here I have a piano that 20 years later I still don't know how to play, but I will eventually learn. It is probably the most professional looking device ever made by Fisher-Price for any reason. I mean, if it didn't say Fisher-Price on it, you could almost sell it as a Casio or something. That was a joke. But anyway. It has succumbed some damage over the years. I'll go over that right now. If you look, the white plastic is it's not faded in certain areas like it is in others. It's generally yellowed. But there were stickers all over this thing that I put on and my sister put on when she had it. So I finally got them all off. Unfortunately, what it left behind was pure white plastic, where the rest of it is faded yellow. This is the original Fisher-Price logo. They had a couple of other instruments that matched this. It was like part of a series. I think they had a some kind of a horn. Or they had a guitar, I think, like a fake guitar. But anyway, this is an actual playable instrument. You could play music on this if you really wanted to. And here's the controls: power, demo, record, correct, and playback. And of course, volume. Underneath you have a battery compartment for 4. I believe it's C batteries. Yep, C batteries. You've got the instructions written underneath in case you lose the manual. Of course, the Assembled in Mexico logo or whatever. And copyright 1988 Fisher-Price, division of Quaker Oats. So, and again, 19 years later, it still functions. But I had to put some work into it. A couple of things. Some of the keys had soda spilled into them, and the soda got under the membrane, of course. This uses a rubber membrane, just like a remote control or whatever. And they're not velocity sensitive, of course, being the Fisher-Price product that it is. So anyway, I took the membrane, all the membranes off. They're molded in strips. So I cleaned those. I cleaned all the circuit boards. I actually washed them in hot water. And got everything nice and clean. I cleaned out the inside of the cabinet with hot water. Took the keys. I ran these through the dishwasher. And I took the volume knob, which was scratchy. It was almost barely usable. I took that completely apart and I cleaned all the contacts. And some of these buttons weren't working. They had soda and water or whatever spilled into those. So I took those all apart, cleaned the membranes. And so far, everything works, with a couple of exceptions. The speaker, I think I replaced with another speaker, because the other one had holes in it from when I jabbed a screwdriver into the speaker grill when I was about 7 or 8. Yeah, I was a dumb kid. Anyway, so I fixed that problem. So far everything is working, but the issue is the ribbon cable that connects the keyboard contact strip to the main board has a couple of broken connectors. So I'll show you exactly what the end result is. I'm going to run this on a 9-volt power supply. Turn it on. When you turn it on, it plays a short musical interlude. And let's run through the keys. So this one's dead. This one's dead. Dead. And is all the result of maybe one or two broken contacts. Again, I'm going to take an IDE hard drive cable and repurpose it to replace the existing ribbon cable. I believe the width will fit. Maybe I'll use a SCSI cable. I don't remember how many pins there are, but that should fix that problem. And as far as cleaning this up anymore, I'm not going to bother because it's as clean as it's going to get. It looks pretty good in camera, but in person you can see all the imperfections. This happened after there's a black mark here. That happened after I cleaned it up, and I dropped some paint onto this key from when I painted my room, and I'm going to get that off. That's easy enough. But there's black marker inside the speaker grill housing or area. I can't get that out. That's going to be there forever. So it doesn't sound too bad for what is supposed to be. I'm not sure if this is a toy or if it's really a bona fide instrument. One of my goals, and the reason I pulled this out for nostalgia purposes, is I do want to learn how to play piano, so I'm going to get a real one, a good quality keyboard to learn on. But I just thought it'd be interesting to pull this out. And just play around with it. What else? I have been looking for another one on eBay. I can't find anything like this. It seems that most of one of the reasons this had a very short production cycle, I think it was only about 3 or 4 years, is because most kids didn't want these. They wanted the Casio tones, which you could make funny sounds with them, and you could do a lot more with the Casio tone, and it was better quality, I think. So these didn't really sell very well, from what I can tell. My cousin actually had one of these, identical. My mom bought it for him for Christmas, and then she bought me this one. And I think the reason I got this was because I used to play with the one he had so much. My mom thought maybe I'd want one too. Anyway, that's the background story. But it's been in my family for 19 years, and hopefully another 19 more. Well, that's all I have for now. Do you have any questions? Feel free. Where's the dim? Oh.